General Hospital's Michael Easton opens up about his final day on set. I just sat in my dressing room for about 45 minutes in the dark. Losing a job is never easy, especially not one like Michael Easton's. In a series of roles, he'd been a General Hospital cast member since 2012. In daytime years, that's akin to forever. So after being informed that Finn was being written off, he was, as anyone would be, hurt a little bit. He admits to Soap Opera Digest. And you get wounded a little bit, and part of your head's going, well, just do the exit material and be done with it. Instead of listen to that part of his head, Easton dug deep and delivered powerful performances that are likely to win him a 2025 Daytime Emmy. In the end, he was able to leave Port Charles simply grateful for his time there. If you let anything else enter your heart, it just becomes like poison to you, he suggests, and that poison in your heart will halt you from creating beautiful things going forward. Easton's sincerity and thankfulness were plain to see in the video that he posted after wrapping. Watch it in full here. My actual last scenes that I shot were with Josh Swickard, Chase in the car. We shot it at the end of the night at the studio, but outside. I was able to hold it in and not shed any tears. After we were done, I just sat in my dressing room for about 45 minutes in the dark. Everybody went home, and they basically had turned the lights off. I was worried they were going to change my locks on my door before I got out and take away my security pass, he adds with a laugh. But I just sat there in the dark for a minute, and then as I was walking out, I thought, the hallways are empty. It's like a ghost town. Let's walk out the door and just say goodbye. Michael Easton gets candid about his final General Hospital storyline. I felt like I left everything out there. Soap operas tend to give actors and the characters they play a meaty story right before they write them off, leaving the audience wondering, why didn't they do something sooner? In the case of Michael Easton, his run as Hamilton Finn came to its conclusion when General Hospital decided to have Finn enter rehab after his old addiction reared its head and he couldn't stop himself from drinking. Last week, in his final scenes, Michael, along with Joffiel Love, Violet, delivered Michael Fairman TV's power performances of the week. But as Easton told Soap Opera Digest, getting to the place of where he had to go in Finn's psyche was a challenge, and to try to wrap it up in a neat package before his exit. Finn's exit story, at first, featured him taking a sip of booze seemingly out of nowhere at Brooke Lynn and Chase's wedding reception. That was followed by the death of his father, Gregory, which then escalated to Finn drinking heavily. From there, he gets in a fight with Elizabeth and for all intent and purposes breaks up with her, gets upset that the hospital is coming down on him when he saved GH from going under, and then has his Tracy take photos of him. After he cuts himself by accident and passes out drunk, so that she, along with Brooke Lynn and Chase, can get a restraining order against Finn from seeing his daughter. Finn's exit story, at first, featured him taking a sip of booze seemingly out of nowhere at Brooke Lynn and Chase's wedding reception. That was followed by the death of his father, Gregory, which then escalated to Finn drinking heavily. From there, he gets in a fight with Elizabeth, and for all intent and purposes breaks up with her, gets upset that the hospital is coming down on him when he saved GH from going under, and then has his Tracy take photos of him. After he cuts himself by accident and passes out drunk, so that she, along with Brooke Lynn and Chase, can get a restraining order against Finn from seeing his daughter, Violet, and more. In his final episode, Finn must say goodbye to his daughter, which was a massive tearjerker, before his brother, Chase, drives him to rehab. Now Easton is sharing his reactions and sentiments on leaving GH and how he had to portray, and the choices he made to tell his exit storyline. Michael expressed, "You get hurt a little bit, and you get wounded a little bit, and part of your head's going, well, just do it. I do the work without putting much effort into it. And then I ended up investing more in my performance to make it even better for them. I really wanted to make it work, so my thinking was, Finn's descent had to go beyond alcoholism. addiction and things like that. I kind of know a lot about that. But to get where I needed to go with the character, it had to be almost a complete emotional break. He added, "You just get down to the raw forms of your emotions, you know? Everything has to be the truth. All the words had to be truthful. It just became about committing to it. You had to cleanse yourself of any feelings you had and just invest and commit yourself. So it was raw for me, and it was humbling, but it also felt good. I felt like I left everything out there." Easton also revealed that it took a few days for him to shake off the emotional toll it took for him after he was finished taping. But when he went home, he received hugs from his children, Lila Bell and Jack, and that the hugs were something he needed. Michael Easton sounds off about his exit from General Hospital. A week after his final episode of General Hospital aired, Michael Easton is opening up about his last days on the show and the fan response. Easton acknowledged to Soap Opera Digest that his character, Hamilton Finn's, exit came as a surprise. Easton was tasked with bringing a lot of complicated, intense scenes to life as Finn rapidly descended into alcoholism in the wake of his father's death. Every day was emotional because every day was not only doing the work, it was also saying goodbye. I do appreciate the writers giving me so much material going out the door, but from an actor standpoint, I would like to have had just a little more time to add a little more subtlety and a little more nuance to it. Easton dug deep, giving the plot twist his all. It just became about committing to it. You had to cleanse yourself of any feelings you had and just invest and commit yourself. So it was raw for me, and it was humbling, but it also felt good. I felt like I left everything out there. Easton shared why he chose to break the news of his departure from GH himself via an Instagram video shot at the studio on the night he filmed his final scenes. "I just wanted to share something with the fans and open myself up a little bit and make myself a little vulnerable. I was pretty drained and down, and I thought, hey, let's just share this. Just be raw, live without a net." Easton was gratified by the positive response from fans. What you give is what you get back, and it's nice to see evidence of that and to get so much support. "I'm going to go through and respond to every single person because I was so moved by it. It healed my heart. It really did. I feel their love, and I draw power from them. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you.